We're back in the disfavored camp. I went to go talk to the Iron Marshal. With all due respect, our cohorts have proven themselves against these Apex fools time and time again. What can your Earthshakers do other than get in the way? I don't want to be here, Sevius, and my orders don't involve proving our value to you. If the Great General doesn't want magic on his side, then he can order us to stand down and set this one out. I don't question what your mages bring to the table, Hellspar, but I have my reservations about your leaders. Why couldn't Radix show up to the siege himself? If he has more pressing issues than a state of conquest, I should like to hear about it from his mouth. If Radix is not inclined to help, perhaps the next of kin might take his place. I hate to upset the chain of command during a time of war. Perhaps Radix's brother can convince him to remember his duty, Fatebinder. I thank you for your part you played. You didn't have to risk yourself, but you did so all the same. Pretty cool, that worked out. What's happening over here? What part of no aren't you grasping? Maybe you should put less effort into whining at me and more effort into scrounging up a proper weapon before the next battle. I'm not leaving until I have my blade, even if I have to wait for you all to finish the siege and pack up camp. What's going on? Lowborn mongrel! Don't address me as if I'm common trash. I'm third cousins with Vendrian Lucaria. That fox was given to me by my father, and he bequeathed it. Shut your cock, scabbard! When you bent your knee to the voices of the Narat, you forfeited all claims to your garbage ancestry. Now drop it before I kick your... The disfavored warrior turns his head as you approach, and you hear a sudden shift in his tone. Just drop it. There are plenty of sticks around here. Isn't the mincingly shaped stick the weapon of choice in the chorus? But it's my blade! You let me wade into battle unarmed just for a smug little laugh? Is that how you honor your allies? What seems to be the problem? This louse here was up until recently our enemy. He raised his fox against us. I knocked him on his ass and helped myself to that weapon of his, a noble piece that he clearly doesn't deserve to wield. And I was offered a chance to make amends by serving Kairos as a vassal to the voices of Narad. Why am I still being treated like the enemy when I'm on your side? You're lucky to be alive, lucky that freak Archon gives you South Knobs a second chance at life when we ought to kill or gild every last one of you. The disfavored warrior clutches his face and a long sigh could be heard from under his helmet. Fatebinder, we're clearly at an impasse, and I doubt he'll give me the satisfaction of striking first. I will abide by your decision, even if I disagree, so long as this fool here will agree as well. Very wise of him. There, a little civility. If he's willing, so am I. For the record, now, explain your side of the situation. The warrior clears his throat before speaking in a measured, respectful tone. Well, Lord Binder, I first encountered this man some weeks ago on patrol. He was part of a Vendrian Guard hunting party. He stood his ground, maybe even took a swing at me. I do remember thumping him pretty squarely in the forehead with my pommel. I thought to myself, nice Fawkes, and so I grabbed my trophy after the battle. It was a rousing scuffle, but hardly worthy of an epic. I didn't even think much of it until yesterday, when his chap shows up asking for his Fawkes back. I get that he's sore about losing his family blade, but that's what happens when you raise your fist against Kairos. We don't give you back your thumb and fingers. Now to the chorus warrior. Explain in full your side of the situation. I came around to following the Overlord, but recently the choirman looks around the camp, his face turning pale, and I guess I'm just learning how things work here. Anyway, this guy here, he bested me in battle, no bones about it. Didn't kill me, though. I suppose you could have guessed as much. Kindness itself. Go on, recruit. Anyway, I wake up next to some of my countrymen, and they put us through a decimation rite. I was lucky enough to grab one of the 9 daggers tossed into the arena. He pauses to hold back a retch, his mouth twisting and the corners of his eyes twitching. So I survived, right? And I'm barely cleaning the blood off me when I'm told my next task is to secure a proper weapon. The chorus doesn't exactly hand them out. So, his tone falters, his face going pale. I walk to the disfavored camp thinking they're supposed to be allies and maybe can help. Then I see this guy showing off my Fawkes, and well, it's a family heirloom. I was told to get a proper weapon, and it doesn't get more proper than a Fawkes that's been in my family for generations. Okay, anything more to add? I expected this man found Kairos, but he raised that Fawkes against us as an enemy. I know I'm in the right here. Shit, I don't know. I just know if I had 2 swords, I'd lend one to an ally. Seems like how allies should work, right? Okay. Go ahead, I'll abide by your decree. Okay, I want him to have a blade. He's our ally now. That's how things work. But he did lose a battle, and a guy won a trophy when he could have been killed, right? So here's what I'll do. The Fawkes is a proper trophy, but honor demands you make a good faith effort to assist an ally. If you will not return the Fawkes, you must give him a proper alternative. Not unreasonable, so what it'll be? So I'm to give him a weapon. The warrior's posture grows tense as he's silent for a long moment. Right, I get it. Compromise. So. And then he looks at me. It's over here. Man up and act like a proper ally. Give the recruit a half-decent weapon. Suppose you have a point. I have some lesser spoils gathering dust next to my bedroll. Seeing as we're allies, I suppose I can offer you something. There. I handled it. I think fairly. Probably. Oh, we can open that now. Good. Don't mind if I do. Well, that's better for you. Good. Not yet. Whoa, hold on. We've got some equipment over here. I could use a bit of coin. A poultice, right? Get rid of that. Oh, whoa, turquoise. I like that. A lot of money. Here's a bow I don't want. I don't want any of that. I don't want that either. Can I craft? Oh, okay. Whetstone. 19 gold rings. I like it. What about over here? I don't need that either. That I'm going to give to him. And I don't need that. 23. All right. A tower shield. Whoa. Oathbound helm. I like the stone shield helm. I like that too. I like all of them. I can't get the shield. I can get Crescent Runner armor. That would be cheaper. It's leather though. Pretty tough. Okay. Which one am I going to pick up? 1.5 armor. Heavy armor. Iron. Armor 2. We keep on looking. 3.5 to pierce. 1.5. Okay. Yeah, really not too different. Or different at all. I can't even tell. I think I'll take that one. And trade. Okay. I'm gonna put that on. I dig it. I definitely dig it. Looks pretty cool. But doesn't really match, which bothers me a lot. Yeah, I wish you had a bit more. That'd be good if you did. Here's a nice dagger. Well, I don't want to look at your bow. What about your other bit? Oh no, I'm not trading that. I'm trying to find a way to compare them. Wish I could get that shield. I do have... Well, I could actually get that shield if I really wanted to, but I do want armor that matches a bit. Light leather. You wear a helm made of iron. It's heavy, but leather as well? Okay. Guess I'll give it a go. Not really my thing, but I'll give it a go. I want to match, alright? I can't help it. I like matching. Okay, we did that. There we go. Oh, I'm looking pretty nice now. Check it out. I dig it. I definitely do dig it. And you can have all of that. Emerald pin. No, that's mine. Cool. Okay, what do you do, Emerald pin? Oh, regeneration. Heck yeah. I like parrying. I like resolve. You get a pin, my friend. Enjoy. Okay, let's go look around real quick. Can I talk to her? Don't just coddle the impact. Push back with your shield. Take the momentum. Iron Marshal Enrios, field commander of disfavored, pounds her fist in the air as she calls out to the warriors on the training field. I set eyes on your opponent's waistline, or on your opponent's waistline, rather. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. Fatebinder, welcome to our camp. The disfavored officer nods at your approach. Shame you're here to solve another disagreement between that, or what should be allies. Though I trust you will once again judge in favor of the hardest working and the most courageous. Right. Alright, how are your warriors reacting to the edict? Kyrus' ultimatum has a camp on edge, some with dread, but most are rife with anticipation. She points at the men sparring in the field. We have a lot of brothers and sisters to avenge, and the warriors are eager to take out some aggression. I, for one, choose to see the edict as a blessing, for it forces the generals to act, and we're long overdue. Oh crap, hold on, I want to help her out. What's going on? I have brigades amassing along Placid, Echo Call, and Little Tooth crossings. The Vendrian Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted three-pronged attack. I have no right to give you orders, but her words falter, a short cough breaking her flow. But we all died at Kyrus' edict should we fail, so I'm not about to let my pride blind me to the value of good help. What happened last time to the major attack? Defeat in detail. We carved a bloody path up to the river, but at that point, everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no course back up. It was just a few disfavored squads. I can't tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost a whole assault team. She shakes her head, letting out a long, pained sigh. We found bodies washing up in the river for days. So often the tearsmen put up such a good fight. Right. Really, are you sure our scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just choose to disregard our warnings? Let's go look over here real quick. We can pass out blame after the war. Only the Oathbreakers matter now. Quite right. Getting our emotions into the mix won't hasten this campaign. Do they need my help? Trying to pour salt on my pride, we left Fort Resolution with 100 on 100, and there have been no reinforcements or reserves that keep throwing warriors back into battle before they're properly rested. So yes, I need to rely on all our allies, especially since most of our allies are conscripted tearsmen, worse and useless. But disfavored didn't take every opportunity to assault discarded chorus. Perhaps you'd find our help more forthcoming. Now it's over here. Shut your snout, filthy mongrel. I won't suffer childish japes in my camp. Let's go over here. What do I do? Apologize first. Come on. Keep in mind, I am disfavored, and we are a guest here. You want me to what? She glares at you, but something in her expression reflects doubt. Fine, you know, I should have kept my big mouth shut. What's the value of taking this crossing? We can't just march from here to the Citadel with a Vendrian guard manning the riverbanks. Fording troops and supplies through even the narrowest points of the river makes us vulnerable to attack, especially since our armor wasn't built for swimming. She points north towards the mountain spire looming on the horizon. If we can take the river, we have a clear march to the Citadel, and Ascension Hall will be ours in no time. Alright, I'll help. Then our plan just might work. The Iron Marshal lifts her gauntlet close to her face, shifting her eyes from you to the metal articulations. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Dunan, the David selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honor us all in the field. Antia will be leading the charge at Echo Crossing. Assisting you will be Barik of the Stone Shields. Ah, there we go. She points to a heavily armored soldier standing sentry at the edge of the training field. Before you ask, no, the forge-bound weren't sloshed on the dapple seed when they fitted his armor. Oh, here we go. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and his armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise it's something of a curse. Tapping her helmet twice, Inria signals to the Hulk in presence. Barik, come meet the Fatebinder. Wow, that's pretty crazy. The soldier that steps up to you better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor fused into a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible.
Fatebinder, the Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone. Likewise, good binder.
The soldier heaves a heavy arm into a salute, his whole body clinging as he wraps his gauntlet against the twisted sheets of metal that form his breastplate.
Barik, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
You two know each other?
No. Oh, that is to say, yes. I'm already as familiar with this ironclad halfwit as I care to be.
We don't have time to trade jabs today, Verse. After the siege, you can throw as many tantrums as you please. I suggest that we remain focused on the mission.
I like him.
No offense to the mission, but seeing you looking like a garbage heap and reeking of a mass grave is more amusing by far. Did you forget how to don your armor, or did Graven Ash leave you out in the rain?
Poor guy. I know him as well as anyone I knew during the conquest.
That can change. When the tiers are fully under our command, I'll take you to whatever passes for a watering hole in this forsaken country. We'll drink the local swill to honor the fallen.
Yeah, buddy.
Forget the fallen. I know a great brothel in Lethian's Crossing where we can watch something rise, then fall, then rise again.
I like her too. The Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my words come true and the court tries to impede the mission, we will have an observer from the court on our side.
Better to work with the honorable binder than some chorus children.
Okay, Barik accompany you there to arbitrate the cooperation between his company and his Scarlet Course. Barik, you've been without a cohort since the last battle of Stalwart. It's time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. She plants her hands on her hips and speaks in Clip's official terms. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebinder service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? Right. It's an order, Barik. She shakes her head and sighs, returning her focus to you. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's as good a soldier, or he's a good soldier, rather. I hope you don't mind the company. Sure, I'm honored to have a member of the Iron Legion at my side. I look forward to your success in the field. No kidding. A new team member. Check it out. Cool. I like him already. Oh, look at him. He's really cool looking. Okay. What do I want? If they attack him, they're not attacking me. I like that. Yeah, I'll take it. Don't mind if I do. What's over here? Pursuit. A large boost in movement speed for a short time. Retribution. We're over here. Seasoned veteran. An additional enemy. Phalanx. Yeah, all these are really cool. Striking iron. I would like more than one to engage him. That would be fascinating. Okay, I'll have to wait for him to level up and then I'll go down that route. Pretty cool though. Alright, what are we looking at for you, my friend? Resolve, very high. Current value 14. I want to give him a lot of resolve. Forge bound iron. Right. Wow, check out that crazy armor. It's locked to him. It's all fused away. Okay, we're good now.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I need to make sure that he's all ready to do what he needs to do. Protector, for sure. Alright.
On it.
Who should I chat with now? I could come over here into that camp. Into that little tent. Find out what we need to. It's been a lot of fun, though. I really like the game a lot. Anything in here? Nope. He doesn't want to chat. And I can't camp right now. I don't know how much time I have. I mean, I would like to. I've got a few wounds to really mend, but if I can't camp, I can't camp. Or form one. Okay, let's go around town now. Hey, Rona. Right, what about you, Pentabor? What do you have? Let me look at your wares real quick. What do you have? Stout? A potion? I'll take that. And I'll take one of those as well. Thank you. Yeah, I've got to learn these here. If I do that, well, we can make new spells in the future. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, off we go. Wait, hold on. Let's have a chat.
Fatebinder, you look like you need to talk. What can I do for you?
I'd like to know more about you. I'm the line your enemies cannot cross. All other details are meaningless, but I suspect you have some thirst for detail, so ask away. Did you seek the trade of war, or did it find you? Both, I suppose. I knew fighting was in my blood, and the disfavored offered me a chance to use my skills to bring peace. Otherwise, I'd have wound up some brigand or an enforcer to a crooked merchant. You think Ash and his legion bring peace? That's cute, but it doesn't hold water from where I'm standing, big guy. I've seen him spill as much blood as any chorus gang. You've clearly been too busy sacking villages and stealing crops to notice how a proper army conducts a war. We sow order, not discord. Let's go look over here. Barik is right. That's true. I could see you're beginning to understand a course is a useful tool to throw at one's enemy, but it grows brittle with age, and is soon replaced. The disfavored needed recruits in anticipation of the march south. They offered to care for my mother and brother as long as I stayed with the Legion, which is a better guarantee than you'll find anywhere else. I mean, that's really fair. I was an elite fighter as far as most were concerned. They're still green by disfavored standards. Luckily for everyone, my skills improved under the Iron Marshal's rigorous training. Tell me about your name. Barik is the shortening of my northern surname, which has been passed down through the generations since Graven Ash assembled his army. I go by it because I wear it with pride. The proper form is Barikonen. Beyond its age and association with the General's Legion, the name of Barikonen has no great titles or associations. I hold no claim to a great house or legacy save for the disfavored. They are all the kin I need. What's the story with your armor?
It's a symbol of Kairos' will. One that I am not likely to forget. I found this armor. Perhaps it would be better to say that it found me during the Edict of Storms.
What happened during the Edict of Storms? When we heard that Kairos would proclaim the edict, we rushed into the field to battle the forces of Stalwart. I was shoulder to shoulder with some of the Legion's most decorated veterans, and my pride blinded me to the danger. Our march was a hasty one. A cohort of disfavored soldiers vanished in the second year of the war. Among them, the daughter of Graven Ash. After a long silence, we learned that she was held in the fortress of Sentinel Stand. Go on. As we surrounded the citadel, I heard the opening peals of thunder, as did the scout I was busy trying to kill. Then the winds hit like an avalanche. Many of us begged Kairos for deliverance. What else were we to do? The winds had knocked the legs of our offensive out from under us. All the decorated soldiers I brought to the battle were swept up and dashed to pieces, their armor and bodies mixing with the dirt of a tornado that spun in maddening revolutions. Damn thing chooses this moment to go dry, and with so few survivors to recount the edicts. Bah! A piece of the citadel wall broke off and nearly crushed my skull. I only remember a few scattered moments from the storm, like the flying bits of bronze and iron cutting my flesh, the severed limbs of falling soldiers tumbling through the air. Eventually, I woke up thinking myself trapped under rubble. When I rose and felt like I was buckling under my own weight, that's when I realized I was stuck, right and truly stuck inside this heap of scrap. What happened to Ash's daughter? She was trapped behind the walls of Citadel Stand, imprisoned by Kairos' storm, as well as the fortress itself. 1,000 soldiers standing shoulder to shoulder could not have endured those winds to rescue her. How did you survive when everyone fell? That is a mystery to me as well. Did Kairos hear my plea for mercy? Did this heap of scrap metal protect me, imprison me, punish me? I don't have enough fingers or toes to count the possible reasons, so I try not to dwell on them. Have you tried taking it off? I made attempts in the past, even had one of the beast haulers pull on the helmet while another pulled on my boots. The men in the phalanx have taken great pleasure in trying to find ways to liberate me. In time, I grew wearied and struggled. Sometimes I feared that removing the armor would be to question Kairos' judgment and risk a more odious curse. Do you handle your own repairs? I try to keep the surface oiled to slow the spreading rust, and I bend the plates from time to time. But repairs, maintenance, no. If you have any idea of how to better maintain this situation, I'm open to discussing them. Looks like pretty solid protection. That would be an understatement if only protecting me from foolish questions. I assume you grew up in the Northern Empire. That's right, I grew up in Battle's Rest and then traded Fort Resolution before they marched me out to support the second cohort. I would spend my rusting years in threatened shores unless of course I die in glorious battle, which would be preferable. My mother is good with the soil. My father with rings. He spends as much time, or of his time, away on one merchant's errand or another. Still, I'm lucky to say they're both alive. Okay. Would you like to discuss removing your armor?
Though we are encouraged to couple and mate within the Legion, I don't consider you one of my cohorts. I think I'll decline.
I wasn't talking about sex, Barik.
You weren't? Forgive me, it's been some time since anyone made an advance, and I am long out of practice, as you can see.
Oh boy!
Suffice it to say, my armor and I will not be separated for the time being. When the war is over, perhaps Tunon will lend me one of his forge-bound. Until then, here I remain. My armor saved me from the destruction of Stalwart, where thousands of others lost their lives. So you can see why I continue to wear it. For the time being, we will not be separated.
Are you comfortable in there? I've somehow developed enough calluses that I can sleep at night, and I wouldn't call that comfort, would you? This is my armor, has everything it needs and more, purpose meaning strength. If it were comfortable, that would only take away from its other qualities. Do you even want it removed? I would not speak of this now, Fatebinder. Please consider the topic closed. As your commander, I'm concerned about the state of your uniform. Damn it, you are right to be concerned. My apologies that you needed to pull rank. It was wrong of me to withhold information. I don't need to tell you that this suit of junk is a literal pain in my ass, half-broken spelling of a midden and perpetually jabbing my side. These dust plates may not be up to standard, but they served as disfavored well enough on the battlefield, if only to intimidate the enemy. Better for me to endure this condition than to shirk an advantage. Considering that I wore this as I march across the bones of Stalwart, that was my burden growing heavier with each step. I have no desire to leave it behind. It's a lesson, a reminder, yes, a prison. But all of those things make it something more. It's an armor faceted in ideas. Huh. These plates have something of me in them. They are as wicked as a bramble patch, as stubborn as a fortress, and hopelessly flawed. At present, removing my armor is not an option. If that ever changes, I suspect that the tiers will tremble with the impact of my collapsing fortification. What a day that will be. What does Graven Ash think of your predicament? He does it not to besmirch the great general. He has larger matters to consider than any one soldier's woes. How long do you think it can last? The armor hasn't shown any sign of weakening, and my maintenance regimen is all that keeps it from rusting solid. Were I to stop applying oil and give in to entropy, the shell would harden to a degree that no forge master has ever seen. I think it could very well stand for as long as the old walls with my skeleton while peering out from the depths, and someday not even that. Now, isn't that a cheery thought? I can strike fear into the hearts of our enemies and protect the shield wall with my very body. What more do I need? How do you vacate your bowels? Let's say I manage poorly. The parts of this misbegotten thing I can reach are in better repair than the ones I can't. How do you fare in water? Better to ask, how do I sink? The answer is quickly. Water passes my lips easily enough, though I take great care to keep it from anywhere else. Back to my other questions. Alright. I think that's pretty good right now. I've learned a lot about him. I'd like to chat with him, but we'll chat more later. Okay, we've got to head over here to Echo Call. I need to go over there. No, I'm kidding. We're going over here. 5 hours. Might form that encampment, though, because we need to patch up. We haven't patched up yet. And I know that I need to. I think we'll form our encampment for a short time. We will only have 5 days left, but I need to be fully patched up for a major endeavor. Here we go. Keep watch. The enemy may strike again at any moment. What's going on? Back over here. Maintain defensive posture. Winded, the disfavored commander clutches his blood-stained chest, paces and takes a deep breath, gathering his thoughts. His focus is on the scattered wounded men around him. He has yet to notice you. Your plan has been a rousing success. Most of our troops dead, a bridge destroyed, and the Vendrian Guard pushes back to where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, the finest the North has to offer. And for your next act... I needed those Furies on point. Don't mock my strategy after working against it. We could have taken them. What is happening? Shouldn't you be on the other side of the bridge? We tried to push the western bridge, blow for blow. We had them running, but halfway across. Halfway across, the whole damn river just... lurched up. The Crescent Batani swallowed the bridge and most everyone on it. Only real soldiers we have left are the squad of Furies that I, quite wisely, directed into a flanking position. A few of us kept our footing, but the advantage was lost and we had to fall back. As we did, the Oathbreaker surged down the east bridge. We held it until they fled back across the river, but now we're back where we started with only a fraction of their strength. A member of the School of Tides is alive and working with the Vendrian Guard. I assure you, she's the culprit. That would explain it. I saw a woman dressed in blue on the other side of the river. It didn't seem like she fit in with the others. Had we focused our strength into one perfect lunge, we could have crossed the bridge before the enemy knew what was killing them. But it's not too late. We can use the Squad of Furies too. No, fool! Stop suggesting ways to get my gang killed. Are you working for the Oathbreakers? We should wait until the enemy's no longer on high alert. If Antuyo's plan isn't a good one, what will you really suggest that we do instead? Bitter quip. There's a time for initiative and a time for patience. We should try a different part in the river. I'll come back later. The enemy is too wary of us now. Are you in such a rush to see Kaiser's edict come to pass? Sorry, Quip, but I'll strap you to my back and charge down that other bridge alone, but doing nothing is not an option. Well, we can wait and wait for Kaiser's edict to kill us, or we can do something. If this were a hearing of grievances, I'd let you call the shots, but we are talking about the lives of my gang. Conscripts are a copper, dust but Furies. I have worked hard to secure the loyalty of my gang. I will not scrap fine warriors on so buffoonish a plan. Just go look over here. I suppose I'll have to tell the voices of Narat that his agents were soft and cowardly in the face of opposition. Huh? Do you think your words could change? I meant to say, perhaps the Fatebinder is right. Antio is in charge. When you next meet with the Archons, you will tell the voices I was instrumental in the success of the crossing. Just like that. The disfavored warrior crumples his face in his palm. No, wait, I won't question it. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, you had best be thanking me and the Fatebinder. We've saved the disfavored time and time again. What's one more? Listen up, for this to work, my Furies need a moment to get out of cover, Fatebinder. You need to run up the East Bridge, don't get yourself killed, just draw their attention. I'll signal my Furies to send a rope across while you have them occupied. There's no time to waste, let's hope your gang delivers. Antio turns to you, nodding with a heavy frown. Thank you, Fatebinder, and good hunting. Oh, lovely. Here we go. Things are about to get rather mad, aren't they? Alright, well, let's go get a bit of loot. Wow. Look at all the bodies here. What the hell happened? It's a madhouse, really. And over here. Look, they're dead. I'm not dead. Oh, hello.
Something every day.
I leveled up. How about that? Oh, you even get a bonus for a period of time. Alright. Do I want to hit harder? I want to have more help, for one. Now what do I want? I got my taunting ability. Blade Wall. Mark enemy. That would be my guard stance, but I already have one. Challenger. Blade Wall would be pretty cool. Could interrupt the target, delaying the next attack. That feels rather powerful. I'll take it. Okay, I have what I want. We have another core. That's true. Frozen Grasp. Okay, I've got a new spell. Who can use it? You can. That's good. Alright, let me know what you think I should call that spell. 10 to 15 frost damage. Frozen Affliction. Recovery. Yeah. Alright. I'll give it to you. Thank you for watching and look forward to our battle. Don't forget to leave a like, and as always, until then,